7 habits that make you look older than you are and how to fix them. Hello everyone, and welcome. Ever feel like there are unspoken things people notice about us as we get older? Things they're too polite to mention, but that subtly affect how they interact with us? Well, in this video, we're going to uncover 7 often overlooked habits that can make us appear older than we feel. And more importantly, we'll discuss simple, practical ways to address them so you can present your best self at any age. Stay with me until the end, because these insights can truly transform how you navigate the aging process with grace, confidence, and connection. Number 1. Clinging to outdated accessories. We all have our cherished possessions, those beloved items that hold sentimental value and have become an extension of ourselves. Perhaps it's a handbag that's seen you through countless adventures, a pair of glasses that have witnessed years of laughter and tears, or a piece of jewelry gifted by a loved one long ago. These items hold memories, and parting with them can feel like saying goodbye to a part of our history. However, just as fashion trends evolve, so too do the accessories that complement them. While these treasured pieces may hold deep personal significance, clinging to outdated accessories can inadvertently date our overall look, even if our clothing choices are relatively modern and stylish. It's not about discarding cherished memories, but rather about recognizing the impact that outdated accessories can have on our overall presentation. Imagine Margaret, a vibrant 78-year-old who adored her oversized, brightly colored plastic bangles from the 1980s. These bangles were more than just accessories. They represented a period of her life, a symbol of her youthful energy and vibrant spirit. They were, in her words, a part of her. However, her granddaughter, with a gentle and loving eye, noticed that these cherished bangles clashed with almost everything Margaret wore. The vibrant colors and bold designs, while reminiscent of a bygone era, detracted from the elegance and sophistication of her current wardrobe. The granddaughter, recognizing the sentimental value of the bangles, delicately suggested that Margaret explore some more contemporary jewelry options. Intrigued, Margaret visited a local jewelry store, a place she hadn't frequented in years. There, she discovered a world of elegant silver bracelets, delicate necklaces, and understated earrings that complemented her style beautifully. The sleek lines and timeless designs of these modern pieces enhanced her overall appearance, giving her a refreshed and contemporary look. She was surprised by the impact such a small change could make. The new jewelry didn't erase the memories associated with the bangles, but it allowed her to express her vibrant personality in a way that felt current and stylish. It was a subtle shift, yet it made a world of difference. So take a moment to examine your own accessories. Do they enhance your appearance and reflect your current style, or are they holding you back from presenting your best self? Perhaps a beloved but outdated handbag could be replaced with a more modern design, or a well-worn pair of glasses could be updated with a contemporary frame. Don't be afraid to explore new options. A few updated pieces, carefully chosen to complement your individual style, can breathe new life into your wardrobe and make a significant difference in how you present yourself to the world. It's not about discarding the past, but rather about embracing the present and allowing your accessories to reflect the vibrant, evolving person you are today. Just as Margaret discovered, embracing change can be a refreshing and empowering experience, allowing you to express your unique personality with confidence and style. Number 2, neglecting the neck and hands. We often focus on our faces when it comes to skincare, lavishing them with creams, serums, and masks. We meticulously apply sunscreen, diligently exfoliate, and invest in treatments to maintain a youthful complexion. But in our quest for facial rejuvenation, we often overlook 2 critical areas that can betray our age: our necks and hands. These exposed areas are just as susceptible to the ravages of time, if not more so, yet they frequently receive less attention and care. Think of them as the unsung heroes of our bodies, constantly working and exposed to the elements, silently bearing the brunt of sun exposure, harsh weather, and daily wear and tear. The skin on our necks and hands is thinner and more delicate than the skin on our faces, making it more prone to wrinkles, age spots, and dryness. Years of sun exposure can lead to hyperpigmentation, creating uneven skin tone and a weathered appearance. Furthermore, the natural loss of collagen and elastin as we age contributes to sagging skin and a crepey texture, particularly noticeable on the neck and the backs of the hands. Neglecting these areas can create a disconnect between a carefully maintained face and the more revealing signs of aging on the neck and hands, undermining the overall impression of youthfulness. Imagine Robert, a spry 72-year-old who was meticulous about his facial routine. Every morning he cleansed, toned, and moisturized his face, followed by a diligent application of sunscreen. He even indulged in a weekly facial mask and occasional professional treatments. His face, as a result, looked remarkably youthful and vibrant. Yet, his weathered hands and crepey neck told a different story. They were a stark contrast to his smooth, well-cared-for face, subtly betraying his age. He simply hadn't thought to extend his skincare routine downwards, focusing solely on his face, while neglecting the equally important areas of his neck and hands. One day, while admiring his reflection, Robert noticed a discrepancy. He realized that his meticulous facial care was being undermined by the neglected appearance of his neck and hands. It was like wearing a perfectly tailored suit with worn-out shoes. The overall impression was diminished by a single overlooked detail. That day, he decided to make a change. He started applying the same moisturizer and sunscreen he used on his face to his neck and hands, incorporating these areas into his daily skincare regimen. The difference was remarkable. Within weeks, the skin on his neck and hands began to look smoother and more hydrated. The age spots started to fade, and the crepey texture diminished. His hands, once rough and weathered, regained a softness and suppleness he hadn't felt in years. His neck, once a testament to the passage of time, now appeared more youthful and toned. The overall effect was a more harmonious and youthful appearance, a testament to the power of consistent care and attention. So remember to extend your skincare routine beyond your face. Treat your neck and hands with the same care and attention you give to your face. Cleanse them gently, moisturize them regularly, and protect them from the sun's harmful rays with a broad-spectrum sunscreen. Your neck and hands will thank you, and your overall appearance will reflect a more youthful, vibrant, and harmonious you. Don't let these often overlooked areas betray your age. Instead, embrace a holistic approach to skincare and enjoy the benefits of a more youthful and confident appearance from head to toe. Number 3. Sticking to the same hairstyle for decades. Our hairstyle is often a significant part of our identity, a visual representation of our personality and style. It's the frame for our face, the crowning glory that completes our overall look. We become comfortable with a certain style, a familiar look that feels like us. Perhaps it's a classic bob that's been our go-to for years, a layered cut that's become our signature, or a particular way of styling our hair that we've perfected over time. This familiarity can be comforting, a constant in a world of change. However, just as fashion trends evolve, so too should our hairstyles. Clinging to the same hairstyle for decades can inadvertently date our appearance, making us look older than we feel, even if our wardrobe and skincare routine are up to date. It's not about chasing every fleeting trend, but rather about recognizing the power of a contemporary hairstyle to enhance our features, complement our style, and project a more youthful and vibrant image. Imagine Eleanor, a spirited 75-year-old who had sported the same bouffant hairstyle since the 1960s. This voluminous, backcombed style had been her signature look for over half a century, a symbol of her youthful exuberance and vibrant personality. It was, in her words, a part of her. However, her granddaughter, with a gentle and loving eye, noticed that this once fashionable hairstyle was now dating her grandmother's appearance. The bouffant, while reminiscent of a glamorous era, no longer complemented Eleanor's features or her evolving style. It felt stuck in time, a relic of a bygone era that was overshadowing her natural beauty. The granddaughter, recognizing the sentimental value of the hairstyle, delicately suggested that Eleanor explore some more contemporary options. She showed her pictures of softer, more modern styles that would frame her face beautifully, highlighting her best features and adding a touch of modern elegance. Intrigued, Eleanor agreed to consult with a hairstylist, a decision she hadn't considered in years. At the salon, the stylist listened attentively to Eleanor's concerns and preferences. She examined her hair texture, face shape, and overall style, taking the time to understand Eleanor's personality and desired look. The stylist then proposed a softer, more layered cut that would add volume and movement without the stiffness of the bouffant. She suggested subtle highlights to brighten Eleanor's complexion and add dimension to her hair. Eleanor, though initially hesitant, trusted the stylist's expertise and agreed to the transformation. The result was stunning. The new hairstyle, with its soft layers and subtle highlights, framed Eleanor's face beautifully, accentuating her eyes and highlighting her cheekbones. The modern cut added a youthful vibrancy to her appearance, making her look years younger and more radiant. She was amazed by the impact such a seemingly simple change could make. The new hairstyle didn't erase the memories associated with the bouffant, but it allowed her to express her vibrant personality in a way that felt current and stylish. It was a subtle shift, yet it made a world of difference. So take a moment to examine your own hairstyle. Does it enhance your features and reflect your current style, or is it holding you back from presenting your best self? Perhaps a beloved but outdated cut could be updated with some modern layers, or a tired style could be refreshed with a new color or texture. Don't be afraid to experiment with different styles and consult with a stylist who can help you find a look that complements your individual features and personality. A fresh haircut can be a game changer, breathing new life into your appearance and boosting your confidence. It's not about discarding the past, but rather about embracing the present and allowing your hairstyle to reflect the vibrant, evolving person you are today. Just as Eleanor discovered, embracing change can be a refreshing and empowering experience, allowing you to express your unique personality with confidence and style. Number 4. Forgetting the importance of good lighting. Good lighting is often an unsung hero in the quest for a youthful and vibrant appearance. As we age, our vision can change subtly, making it harder to discern fine details, especially when applying makeup, choosing outfits, or grooming ourselves. Poor lighting can exacerbate these challenges, leading to mismatched colors, uneven makeup application, and an overall less polished look. Think of it as trying to paint a masterpiece in a dimly lit room. The nuances of color and texture are lost, and the final result falls short of its potential. Imagine David, a dapper 80-year-old, who always took pride in his appearance. He meticulously chose his outfits, coordinating shirts and ties with the precision of a seasoned stylist. He enjoyed applying makeup to enhance his features and maintain a healthy glow. However, the dim lighting in his bathroom, a relic of a bygone era, was subtly sabotaging his efforts. The soft, yellowish glow cast shadows that obscured details, making it difficult for him to distinguish between subtle color variations. As a result, his once impeccable coordination faltered, and he occasionally found himself sporting clashing shirts and ties, a stark contrast to his usual polished style. His makeup application, once a source of pride, became uneven and less precise, further diminishing his overall appearance. One day, while visiting his daughter, David noticed the bright, natural light that flooded her bathroom. He realized that her makeup application was flawless, her complexion radiant, and her overall appearance vibrant. He commented on her glowing look, and she attributed it, in part, to the excellent lighting in her bathroom. It was a revelation for David. He realized that the dim lighting in his own bathroom was inadvertently undermining his efforts to maintain his polished appearance. Upon returning home, David immediately replaced the outdated light fixtures in his bathroom with brighter, more natural light sources. The difference was remarkable. He could now clearly see the nuances of color and texture in his clothing, ensuring that his outfits were perfectly coordinated. His makeup application became more precise and even, enhancing his features and giving him a healthy, youthful glow. He was amazed by the impact such a seemingly simple change could make. The improved lighting not only enhanced his appearance but also boosted his confidence. He felt more assured in his choices, knowing that he was presenting his best self to the world. Good lighting is not merely about aesthetics. It's about functionality and self-care. It allows us to see ourselves clearly, to make informed choices about our appearance, and to present ourselves with confidence and grace. Just as an artist requires good lighting to create a masterpiece, we too need adequate illumination to ensure that our appearance reflects our inner radiance. So take a moment to assess the lighting in your own home, particularly in the areas where you get ready. Is it bright enough to allow you to see clearly? Does it accurately reflect colors and textures? If not, consider upgrading your light fixtures to brighter, more natural light sources. You might be surprised by the positive impact it has on your overall appearance and self-confidence. Just as David discovered, good lighting can be a game changer, illuminating not only our physical selves, but also our inner sense of well-being. Number 5. Muttering or trailing off can inadvertently convey a lack of confidence, even when we feel perfectly assured in ourselves and our message. It's as if our voices, once strong and clear, are now hesitant and unsure, diminishing the impact of our words and potentially leading others to underestimate our knowledge, experience, and wisdom. Imagine Beatrice, a sharp-witted 79-year-old who possessed a treasure trove of captivating stories. Her life had been a rich tapestry of experiences, and she loved nothing more than sharing these anecdotes with family and friends, regaling them with tales of adventures, challenges overcome, and lessons learned. However, in recent years, Beatrice noticed a subtle shift in her voice. It had become softer, less resonant, and her sentences often faded away before reaching their natural conclusion. People frequently had to lean in closer or ask her to repeat herself, interrupting the flow of her narratives and making her feel increasingly self-conscious. The joy she once derived from storytelling was gradually being replaced by a sense of frustration and a reluctance to share her experiences, fearing that her fading voice would diminish the impact of her words. Beatrice's granddaughter Sarah, a keen observer, noticed her grandmother's growing reticence. With gentle encouragement, Sarah suggested that Beatrice explore some simple vocal exercises to strengthen her voice and improve her projection. Sarah explained that just as physical exercise strengthens our bodies, vocal exercises can tone and invigorate our vocal cords, enhancing their strength, flexibility, and endurance. Intrigued, Beatrice agreed to give it a try. Together, they practiced simple exercises like humming scales, reading aloud with exaggerated articulation, and taking deep breaths to support their voice. They also experimented with varying the pitch and volume of their speech, exploring the full range of their vocal capabilities. Beatrice found these exercises surprisingly enjoyable, and within a few weeks, she noticed a marked improvement in her vocal strength and clarity. Her voice became more resonant, her sentences held their power until the very end, and she no longer trailed off mid-thought. The transformation was evident not only in Beatrice's voice, but also in her demeanor. She regained her confidence and enthusiasm for storytelling, once again captivating her listeners with her vivid narratives. People no longer had to strain to hear her. They could relax and fully immerse themselves in the richness of her stories. Beatrice rediscovered the joy of sharing her experiences, her voice now a strong and clear instrument that conveyed not only her words, but also her vibrant spirit and unwavering confidence. It was a testament to the power of simple exercises and the transformative effect of a clear, resonant voice. So, if you find yourself muttering or trailing off, don't hesitate to explore vocal exercises and techniques to strengthen your voice and rediscover the joy of clear and confident communication. Your voice is a powerful tool, and with a little care and attention, it can continue to resonate with strength and clarity throughout your life's journey. Number 6. Clinging to outdated slang. Language is a living, breathing entity, constantly evolving and adapting to the changing times. New words emerge, old words fade away, and the meanings of existing words can shift and transform over time. While it's perfectly natural to retain the linguistic nuances of our formative years, clinging too tightly to outdated slang can create a subtle disconnect in conversations, particularly with younger generations. It's like speaking a different dialect, where familiar phrases and expressions become lost in translation, hindering the smooth flow of communication and potentially leading to misunderstandings or misinterpretations. Imagine George, a jovial 76-year-old with a twinkle in his eye and a hearty laugh that could fill a room. George loved to regale anyone who would listen with stories of his youth, peppering his narratives with slang from the 1950s. He'd talk about cool cats and hep chicks, describing things as groovy and out of sight. While George believed these expressions added a touch of nostalgic charm to his conversations, younger generations often found themselves bewildered, struggling to decipher the meaning behind these unfamiliar terms. What George intended as playful reminiscing sometimes came across as antiquated and out of touch, creating a communication barrier that prevented him from fully connecting with those around him. His granddaughter Emily, a bright and articulate 25-year-old, noticed the disconnect. She loved hearing her grandfather's stories, but the outdated slang often left her feeling lost and confused. One afternoon, as George was recounting a particularly amusing anecdote from his teenage years, Emily gently interjected, "Grandpa, what does square mean?" George, momentarily taken aback, chuckled and explained the term, realizing in that moment that his cherished slang was inadvertently excluding Emily from fully appreciating his stories. With a newfound awareness, George made a conscious effort to adapt his language, replacing the outdated slang with more contemporary terms. He still shared his stories with the same infectious enthusiasm, but now his words resonated more clearly with Emily and her friends. They could finally appreciate the humor and wisdom in his anecdotes, free from the distraction of deciphering archaic expressions. The generational gap in communication began to close, and George found himself connecting with his granddaughter and her peers on a deeper level. He realized that while the slang of his youth held sentimental value, it was ultimately more important to communicate effectively and bridge the generational divide through shared understanding. Adapting our language doesn't mean abandoning our personal history or erasing the linguistic nuances that shaped our communication styles. It simply means recognizing that language is a dynamic force, and by embracing its evolution, we can enhance our ability to connect with people of all ages. Just as George discovered, updating our vocabulary can be a refreshing and enriching experience, fostering stronger connections, promoting clearer communication, and allowing us to share our stories and experiences with a wider audience. It's about finding the right balance between honoring the past and embracing the present, ensuring that our words resonate with clarity, understanding, and connection. Number 7. Resisting new technology. Resisting new technology can inadvertently create a barrier between ourselves and the ever-evolving world around us. While it's perfectly natural to feel comfortable with familiar tools and methods, clinging too tightly to outdated technologies can make us appear out of touch, hindering our ability to connect with others, access information, and fully participate in modern life. It's like trying to navigate a bustling city with an outdated map. You might eventually reach your destination, but the journey will be far less efficient and enjoyable than if you had embraced the convenience of GPS navigation. The rapid pace of technological advancement can feel overwhelming, especially for those who grew up in a pre-digital era. Learning new software, mastering unfamiliar devices, and adapting to constantly evolving platforms can seem daunting, even intimidating. This resistance to change is often rooted in a fear of the unknown, a reluctance to step outside our comfort zones and embrace the unfamiliar. However, just as learning a new language opens up a world of cultural understanding, embracing new technology can unlock a wealth of opportunities for connection, learning, and personal growth. Imagine Martha, a vibrant 82-year-old who possessed a sharp mind and a thirst for knowledge. She had always prided herself on staying informed about current events, devouring newspapers and magazines with an insatiable curiosity. However, Martha steadfastly refused to use a smartphone, relying instead on handwritten notes, landline phone calls, and the occasional letter to communicate with family and friends. She viewed smartphones as complicated, unnecessary gadgets, preferring the familiarity of her traditional methods. Martha's granddaughter, Sarah, a tech-savvy millennial, recognized the limitations her grandmother was imposing on herself. She gently encouraged Martha to consider the benefits of using a smartphone, explaining how it could connect her with family and friends scattered across the globe, provide instant access to news and information, and even offer entertainment through games, books, and movies. Sarah patiently guided Martha through the basics of using a smartphone, showing her how to make calls, send text messages, and browse the internet. At first, Martha was hesitant, fumbling with the unfamiliar device and expressing frustration at its complexity. However, with Sarah's persistent encouragement and gentle guidance, Martha gradually began to grasp the fundamentals. She discovered the joy of video chatting with her grandchildren who lived miles away, seeing their faces and hearing their voices as if they were in the same room. She began exploring online news sources, accessing a wealth of information at her fingertips, and even discovered a passion for online word games, keeping her mind sharp and engaged. The smartphone, once a symbol of intimidating complexity, became a window to a world of connection, information, and entertainment. Martha's transformation was remarkable. She embraced the new technology, not as a replacement for her traditional methods, but as a complement, enhancing her ability to connect with loved ones, stay informed, and engage with the world around her. She realized that resisting new technology had inadvertently isolated her, limiting her access to information and hindering her ability to fully participate in modern life. By overcoming her initial resistance and embracing the unfamiliar, Martha discovered a renewed sense of connection, purpose, and engagement. Embracing new technology doesn't mean abandoning our cherished traditions or discarding the tools that have served us well in the past. It simply means recognizing that technology is a powerful tool that can enhance our lives in countless ways. Just as Martha discovered, embracing change can be a rewarding experience, opening up new avenues for connection, learning, and personal growth. It's about finding the right balance between honoring the past and embracing the present, ensuring that we remain active participants in the ever-evolving tapestry of modern life. So there you have it, 7 often overlooked habits, and how simple changes can make a significant difference. Remember, aging is a privilege, and embracing it with grace and confidence is key. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment below, sharing which of these habits resonate with you the most, and how you plan to incorporate these tips into your own life. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more valuable insights on aging gracefully. Also, hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on our latest tips on Life After 60 all for free. Your support helps us to keep creating this content, so thank you. See you in the next video.